Hello there. I am John Harder, aka Wealth Wiz. Listen, if you are one of those people who has been struggling for years to maybe try to get out of debt or even just to try to make headways and get beyond that of just barely getting by and paying your bills. Well, there is great hope. Okay, so I'm going to go over a list of just a few things that are an absolute requirement if you're going to, uh, you know, establish yourself, or should I say, set yourself up for kick-ass results. Now, getting kick-ass results, it takes more than what the average person is, no, I'm not going to say capable of, because every person is capable of it. But we have this comfort zone that we like to be, that we like to be in. And that's, that is what your subconscious mind or your paradigm, that's where it is likes to keep you. You see, as soon as you want to break out of it, it's going to knock you right back in. It's going to create, heck, your car will break down, or somebody is going to, maybe the bank is going to close your bank account, maybe who knows what all. But your subconscious will do almost anything to knock you back in. Okay? Now, let me go over this short list that I have here. That these things are an absolute must in order to achieve results that knock it right out of the park, as it were. Okay? And if we keep, unless, how should I say it? Unless you are after real kick-ass results, nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. It doesn't happen when you're half-assed about it. It just doesn't. Okay? You see, you've got to be completely done with the way that your life is. Okay? And you have to have an absolute purpose why you want to change. And so that purpose, it's got to be, it has to have enough power behind it that you will do almost anything to do it. That you will stick with it no matter what. Come hell or high water, you're going to stick with that purpose. That is, what do I mean by purpose? Maybe the purpose is that you want a better life, you want a new house, or you have a goal. That's obviously basically is the purpose, is that goal. Whatever that goal is, you've got to set a goal that is so high that you can't remain the same person that you are now. You can't remain the same person. You've got to change. The second thing is that you've got to make a decision. Now, here's the thing. Let me just say this. We are all of one power. There is only one power. And this power, you know, we call it God. We call it infinite intelligence. We couldn't give it, you know, you can really call it what you want. God doesn't really have a name. In the Bible, there are many, many names that are attributed to God. And one of them, which is I am that I am. That's one of the names. And this applies in your life. I am that I am. When you say I am poor, you are making yourself poor by saying that. Because that's what you say you are, and your subconscious is a silent listener and always brings the results according to your thoughts and your words. Okay? So you have to make a decision. And that decision has to be an all-out decision. It has to be a decision that your life, after you make that decision, is no longer the same. Because you have now an entirely different purpose. You have a completely different purpose now with this new decision. That's another. It has to be absolute. The next thing that is going to be, you have to break through the fear barrier. Oh, yeah, this is your subconscious. This is where your subconscious will do almost anything to knock you right back in the park, where you're going to come to the conclusion, unless you stick with it, you're going to come to the conclusion and say, you know what, ever since I made that decision, all hell has broke loose. Now you have a choice. You've got to say to yourself, there is no way in hell that I'm going to give up that decision, that I'm going to turn my back on it. There's no way. I am sticking with it, and I'm holding it to the guns, and I'm going for it, and I will do whatever it takes. That, you have to have that kind of an attitude in order to break through the fear barrier. Because there is this what if, a huge what if. Your subconscious is going to, you know, it tries to knock you back into your comfort zone. But if you want kick-ass results, you can't remain in the comfort zone. You can't remain there. Another thing that you've got to have, well, actually this really is part of the same, but now you've got to notice a paradigm shift. A paradigm shift that's going to take place when you break through that fear barrier. You're going to start noticing that, wow, I'm not the same. I used to care about what other people thought. I used to care, you know, I used to be worried about what my family would think or what other people would think if I want to go actually and have success. And now, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because I want success and I will have it. I will not give up. And then, of course, the next thing is believing. Actually, believing is one of those things that is a golden thread that runs through all of this, really. I mean, if you don't in the first place believe, why would you make a decision? If you don't in the first place believe, Why would you have a purpose? Now, let me tell you something. Since we're talking about believing, where do you think that your thoughts and your desires comes from? You see, people very easily brush this off and say, oh yeah, those are selfish desires. He just wants to be rich. He just wants to make a lot of money. Listen, is there something wrong with money? Is there something wrong with being rich? You know what? We all have a desire to help people. The fact is, as long as you're the one that needs help, you can't help anybody. And the thing is, what does that have to do with it? You will very easily, you will hear phrases that are like, oh, family is more important than riches. And all kinds of phrases like that. Money isn't everything. Tell me, at what point in your life, when did that come an either-or situation? When you have a lot of money, you can spend a lot more time with your family when you have a lot of money than if you have to keep on running after that mighty dollar just to pay the bills. Isn't that true? So, you've got to have an unwavering faith. You've got to believe. You've got to believe that where your desire for a better life came from, that it came from the invisible mind, from your creator, as it were, from God. He gave you that desire, and he gave it to you for the purpose of fulfilling it. And now that you've made this decision, you see, as soon as you make that decision, he has your back. As soon as you make that solid decision and you have a big enough purpose, God, the Almighty, has your back. So, and now, when you have that belief that what you are about to set out, you will be guided, you will be, you will meet all the right people, everything is going to fall into place, and not by itself. Not by itself. Don't ever think and just sit at home on the couch and wait for it to all line up on its own. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. Maybe you can relate to the verse that says, faith without works is dead. Okay? So, and then of course the last thing here is achieving. Achieving is the result. That's the result that you're driving for. Kick-ass results. That's what you want. Okay? So, if this video was helpful to you, there is a page where you can donate. And there's also a page where you can actually become a member, a subscriber. And so you can have a yearly subscription on there and have access to all kinds of valuable content. You see, these were just points that I pointed out in this video. And to give you a little bit of an overview of what is going to, what you're up against. But listen, you're going to need a lot more than just that to change your mind. And that information is also, there's, very much of information is available to you on that, you know, you can really, really make life-changing decisions. I mean, there's life-changing information for you available on this website, okay? So if you become a subscriber, you're certainly off to a phenomenal start to change your life and get out from that barely getting by to a life of wealth and happiness. Thank you.